Assalamualaikum class. Okay. How are you today?
Good.
Before I start our lesson today, may I know how many of you like to watch Upin and Ipin?
Me.
Good. Is it?
I don't like it.
Okay. Who here like to watch Kampung Boy? Okay, nice. Okay, from your perspective, when you watch the cartoon, what is the difference between the animation of Upin and Ipin and Kampung Boy?
Kampung Boy 2D.
Okay, correct. Okay, in Kampung Boy, it only has a 2 dimension. Okay, because it only consists of lines that connect each other. We have here the width of the character and the length of the character. But in 3-dimensional properties, we have another dimension that we add. For example, in here I have this paper. This paper, we normally consider this paper as 2-dimensional because it has a very low height. So what happens if I add more and more paper onto it? You will realize that it will have another properties that we call the height of this paper. Okay. Okay, now have you got any clue yet what we are going to learn for our this class?
About shape.
Okay, correct. Okay, today in today's class we are going to learn about 3D geometry shapes. Okay, first of all, before we start to analyze every of these shapes, we are going to know them first. Okay, class, what is this shape right here?
Cylinder.
Right. You don't read it, right?
No.
Okay, basically, in a cylinder, it consists of 2 circular bases in the top and the bottom, and this we call it as the base, and it has one curved surface. The surface is curved. It's like when you buy a drink of tin can. This is the shape that you. Okay, for the next shape, what is this?
Sphere.
Okay, correct. This is called a sphere. Okay, for the sphere, it has one curved shape, but it has no base. Basically, this is the only shape that I know that have no base. Because other shape must have only one, consists of at least one base. But this is the special shape. Okay, the next shape is the cone. Okay, for the cone, it has one circular base. Just like the cylinder, it has a circular base. Okay, but it doesn't have another base in the top, just like the cylinder. We have here we call the apex. Apex is the corner of that orthogonal to the bottom base. Next we have the pyramid. Pyramid is one has one flat base, and normally these base are in the similar, what we call it? What you call it?
Square.
Are in a square.
Side.
Okay. It has a similar side. Okay, correct. It also has one apex, just like a cone, in the top of the shape. Okay. Next we have a prism. Okay, prism. It is a very unique too, because prism have many shape in it. Because okay, let's analyze it first. Prism is a two pairs that are polygons. It means the only condition is that it has 2 flat base here and here that are polygons, and this shape must be congruent and parallel. Okay. And it has a uniform cross section. It means that wherever you cut this prism, it will produce the same shape. Okay. Next, the flat rectangular shape side. Okay, prop prism, it has a rectangular side. unlike the pyramid, it has a triangular side. Okay, anything that has a rectangular side, we call it as a prism. Okay, for now, I want to ask anyone for volunteer, does a cube considered as a prism or not?
No. Because
Right.
yes, triangle.
Actually, it considered as a prism too. This is because it has a rectangular side. It has a rectangular side, and it based on the polygon that are congruent. We can consider in a cube, we can consider many each of the side as the base. It doesn't matter where you assign it. Okay. Okay, that is all for our first tip of this class. Okay, now we will move on to the next subtopic of this chapter, which are the volume of the 3D geometry shape. I just write it here. Okay, volume of the 3D geometry shape. Okay, it is easy to identify the volume actually because previously you have learned about the polygon. In the previous chapter, which are polygon, you have learned about 2D shapes, which are, anyone can give an example?
Square.
Square. You have a square. What else?
Rectangle.
Circle. Okay, circle.
Triangle.
Triangle.
Rectangle.
Rectangle. Rectangle basically just like square. We consider the square as a rectangle too. Okay. How do we measure this square? Height.
Width times length.
Okay, good. Width and the length. Okay, Azim, how about the circle?
Area.
The area of the circle.
Pi r square.
Pi r square. Which are the
From the center to the circumference.
from the center to the circumference? Good. Pi r square. Okay, lastly we have here what is this?
Triangle.
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 Okay, triangle. Anyone?
Half
You like-
times height times length.
Base.
Base.
Height.
Height.
Height. This is height.
And base.
Okay. In this topic, actually we just add another value to this shape, because as you realize in here, we have this is a square. In square, you have many triangular, many 3D shape that consists of square in base and in side. For example, in here, in pyramid, we have a square in the base. So we just can calculate other dimension. Okay. It also same goes with this shape, which are a square. Okay. This is
Cube.
cube. Sorry. Okay. It is in this chapter, the trick to quickly understand this chapter is by finding its base. Okay, for cube, anyone would like to try? What are the base for this cube?
Base. Width times width times height.
Okay. For the base, we have the width and length. So in the third dimension, we have the height of this object. So in order to understand it, this is a base of the object. So basically, just like the Rubik's cube, when you have the width and the length, and you already know only one side of this Rubik's cube, but when we turn it around, it has another three sides. So we want to know what are the overall area. So it is easier because if you want to add it one by one, it is okay, but it will take more time to it. So we just multiply it by the base by the height. Okay. The base multiply by the height. Okay, the base we have width times length times height. Okay, this is the equation for the cube. Next we have pyramid. Okay, for pyramid, it is similar like a cube, but it only has one base, and the other one is the apex. Okay, in here we want to know the overall volume, but we can't just multiply it by the height, because for every face that you go up higher and higher, it lose some of this shape. So this shape, in order for you to understand it, I will draw it. Okay, let's say you have this triangle. It only consists of this area, and this area is only 1/3 of this shape, 1/3 of the what is it? Square. 1/3 of the square. Okay, we move to this. Okay. In here, the formula is just the same, just like the cube for pyramid, where we multiply base by the height. Okay, for the base we have width times length. Okay, we have height in here. Width times the length times the height. Okay, but it loses some of its area when it's got up higher. But by using that theory, we can know that it only consists of 1/3 of the overall cube. Okay, next we have which one? We have a cone. Okay. I think it's better if we learn this first. Okay, this is a cylinder. Okay, cylinder has two circular base. Okay, you have a base that are similar. It means that every time you go up higher, it won't decrease some of the value. So, what is the area for the circle? Anyone?
Pi r square.
Pi r square. Okay, pi r square. This is for the base of the cylinder. But in order to get the overall volume, what we need to do?
Times with height.
Okay, good. Times it by its height. So the formula for the cylinder is pi r square h. Okay, next we move on to the fourth shape, which are cone. Okay, its principle the same as like we have here a cube and a pyramid, because it loses some of its value in here. So we have a cone. Is it okay if I?
Yes, you're write it down.
So just like the theory of the pyramid and cube, we have one base and one apex. Okay, first we identify which are the base. We get it here. So, what is the formula for this?
Pi r square.
Pi r square. So, the second thing that we need to do is identify what are the remaining in this shape. Okay, the remaining of this shape is just like the term for the rectangle. We only have one third of its original. Okay, pi r square multiplied by height, right? So, do you realize that it has the same equation, just like the cylinder, but it only consists of one third of the cylinder. Okay, so the formula of the cone is 1/3 pi r square h. Okay. Do you have any question?
No.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Next, and lastly, we have a sphere. So, a sphere is an object without a base. So, it is actually hard to explain, but I will try my best. Okay, for a sphere, it comes from a shape of a circle. But in a sphere, we have to rotate the circle in every angle. So 360 angle. Okay, for this shape, the formula is 4/3 pi r cube. Okay. In a cylinder, in a circle, you learn that it has only r square, right? But in here, we have to time with another height, which are r in here. So that's why it has a r cube. Okay. Before I give you an exercise, let's recall every equation for every object. So, what is the equation for cube? Azim.
Width time length time height.
Okay, good. We have width and length and height. Okay. Next, we have a pyramid. Okay.
1/3 times width times length times height.
1/3 length and height. Okay. Next, we have good. We have a cylinder. Okay. What is the formula for cylinder?
Pi r square h.
Okay, good. Then we have the code. We have the code is
1/3
okay. Lastly we have the sphere.
Here.
What is the volume of the sphere one?
4/3 pi r cube.
Cube. Okay. Do you have any question?
No.
Okay, class. Right now we will have a little activity. In here, I have prepared you sticks that has a blue color, that has 8 cm, black 6 cm, red is 5 cm. I want you to form a group of 2 people. Okay, good. Okay, now for group A, who want to be a group A?
Hazim.
Okay.
Will be a group.
I want you to make a pyramid that has a 64 cm cube volume. So for the group B, I want you to produce a pyramid that has 48 cm cube.
Okay, sir.
You can choose any of mistakes in front of you. Okay guys, have you finished your task yet?
Yes.
I want group A to present their answer.
So this is our pyramid.
Okay, for as Sir give us just now, Sir give us black equal to 8, blue equal to what? 6 and
6.
and red equal to 5. So we guess the pyramid will have eight for its width and length. So since the width is 8, so the half of it is 4. So from the given, red is 5. Then we can get the height by using Pythagoras theorem. So the height is 3. So the equation for volume to get 64 is 1/3 times 8 times 8 times 3 equal to 64.
Okay, good. You got the correct answer. Okay, now
Thank you.
we will move on to the group.
Okay, so our group make the pyramid for this is our pyramid, and then the volume of our pyramid is 48 centimeter cube. And then actually, the black is 6.
Yes.
Black
Oh, I
No, black is 6.
confusing.
Black 6. And we use red, black, and green. 2, 5. So our base, we use the black one, 6. So 6 times 6, right? And then we use the red one, which is 5, as the hypotenuse. 5. And then to find the
height.
the base, we need to divide 6 with 2, and then we get 3. And then we can get the length of
The height.
the height of the triangle by using Pythagoras theorem. We got 4. And then our formula 1/3 base times, so equal to 1/3 times 6 times 6 times 4. We get 48 centimeter cube. So that's our
Okay,
formula.
good. Both of your groups get the correct answer. Since then, I assume that all of you have already understand this topic, right?
Yes.
Okay. From what you have learned today, may I know what the input that you get?
The relation between the shape 2D and 3D.
Okay, to get 3D.
The value of the 3D shape.
Okay.
The shape of 3D.
Okay, nice. Okay, basically what we have learned today is properties of the 3D shapes, and also we have learned about how to measure the volume of the 3D shapes. Okay, I think that's all for today. But before that, I want to I want you to make. I have a homework for you. I want you to do an analysis and about this shape. I want you to measure the shape of this thing. Later on, I will post it on your class group. Okay, I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.